Happy Thursday. I hope your week is off to a great start. Another episode of Build the Titanic is coming at you today on Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we are back at the Titanic. So last episode, we added some detail pieces to that big long deck piece that we've been working on, and then we added another hull piece. So today, we're going to be putting that big long deck piece aside, and we're going to start building another big long deck piece that's going to go under that. So that big long piece with the funnels, we're building a deck that is going to be underneath that deck. And then along the way, we'll also be adding some braces and things to the hull section. So let's get into the build and we can talk about it after. Here we are, issue 67. The magazine. All right, it looks like we get another deck piece and some more veneer. So this should be pretty straightforward, let's hope. Let me grab my parts. So there's the parts pack. All right, so these are the parts. We have starboard decking. Actually, what is this called? This is the forward section of the Promenade deck. And then we have starboard decking, port decking, and forward decking. And I'm not sure if you can see, but this definitely, I mean, these are all curled up. So we're definitely going to be using glue on these. That is for sure. All right, so let's see. This piece is going to be going right here, like so. And then obviously these pieces are going to fit on the sides, like this. So that is all we're doing in this episode, is attaching this deck piece. So let me get my glue, because I'm definitely going to need some of that. Grab one of my little disposable brushes here. Now the adhesive is quite sticky, but this is curled up pretty bad, so yeah. And we may end up coming back and putting some more glue on there like we did on that one piece a few episodes back. Yeah, this one is way stiffer and more curled than the other. Yeah, this is already coming up. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. So we're going to probably have to end up coming back here and putting some super glue once we sort of get this. Because, yeah, it is just not. All right, let's go ahead and put this aside. And that is all we're doing in episode 67. So here is issue 67. Here's issue 68. And it looks like we are adding... We have a brace when we put those two brackets on the hull, so we have a brace for that, and then it looks like we've got some pieces that we are attaching to the deck piece that we just finished. So let's grab the parts pack for issue 68. All right, so for parts, we have a cross support, we have two connectors, and then we have the forward bulkhead. So it looks like what we're doing first is we're taking the forward bulkhead and we're going to be attaching these parts here, and they do have a keyhole pattern, so they can only go on one way, like so. And then we're going to be securing those in with some AP screws. Okay, that is that piece. And now we are taking the deck piece that we built, or that we sort of assembled in the last issue. We put the veneer on, which you know that it is not sticking, and that we will definitely need to come back and reapply the glue around the edges for sure. But for now, what we want to do is we want to take our, actually, it is this way, and we want to take this piece and put it right like so. And again, that's going in with 2 more AP screws. So not only are we lining up the brackets, but there are also these 2 little lugs on the end. Super simple. So that is looking like that. Okay, and again, we are struggling with our deck piece because it's still curling, but it's fine. It will work out. All right, now we want to take and bring back our hull piece here, and that bracket that we put in the last issue, or the last episode. I'm going to put that right in there, and we're going to go in with some AM screws. All right. So that is it for issue 68. So let's move on to the Lego side. Okay, here we are on the Lego side. So in the last issue, we finished this funnel section. So in this episode, we're going to do steps 136 through 150. So the first thing we need to do is bring back this section that we've been working on. And then we are going to insert the funnel. Let me make sure we don't get these little strings caught. And that's going to sit right down in there, like so. And let me set that aside. All right, so that is it for this piece. So we're going to be moving on to the next piece, which I believe is going to attach back here. So let me get those parts going, and we will start on that section. So that is the end of step 150, and that is the end of the Lego portion. Okay, so to recap what we have done on the Lego side, let me bring this piece back. So we attached our funnel piece And we made some lifeboats. And then we started on the next part of the hull section here. And then on the scale model side, we started this deck, which we have the veneer peeling up, so we'll be working on getting that glued down. We also attached this bulkhead, and then we attached this brace on the hull section. So that will do it for episode 34. Okay, so before we talk about those curling deck pieces, let's do the summary really quick. For the scale model, we completed 6 steps and used 8 parts. And for the Lego side, we completed 43 steps and used 136 parts. Total to date, scale model, 438 steps and 793 parts. And on the Lego side, 970 steps and 4,138 parts. All right, so we're making progress. Like I said, we're starting this deck piece that's going to go under that big long deck piece with the funnels. And as you saw, we had some issues with that veneer curling up. We're going to be dealing with that for a couple of more episodes, but I do want to let you know that after, I believe, episode 48, so 2 more episodes, I did sit down and I re-glued all of that. So I did end up having to revisit each section and re-glue that stuff down. But it does get taken care of. But you're going to look at the next few episodes, there's going to be some curling deck pieces, and I mean, it is what it is. So again, I want to, before we part ways today, I do want to say congratulations to the winner of the 500 subscriber giveaway. So if you want to have a chance to win our 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which hopefully will be coming up here in the next few months, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment, like the videos, and then as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will give away another Lego set, which will be the Lego Endurance. Awesome set. I've already built it. I did a build video on it, so check that out on the channel if you are interested. It's a super awesome set. And then, of course, Saturday we have our Batmobile video coming up, and we kind of hit a cool little section. We start working on the fins in both the scale model and the Lego model. So pretty cool there. So we get another big body panel piece with those fins on it for the scale model side. It looks awesome. So definitely check that out on Saturday. And of course, as I already mentioned, please, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit it now. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you a penny. And then you'll just know when new videos come out. And especially if you're interested in winning a copy, a brand new inbox sealed copy of the Lego Endurance set, you'll definitely be notified when that video comes out announcing that giveaway. And of course, until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.